The Philippines is a country full of unique customs, traditions, and daily habits that locals see as completely normal. But to outsiders, some of these things are surprising, shocking, or even mind-blowing. Imagine walking into a store and having the cashier bag your groceries with a smile. Seems simple, right? Now picture living in a country where tipping is not expected, where family ties are stronger than bank accounts, and where total strangers call you kuya or ate out of pure respect. For Filipinos, these things are just part of life. But for the rest of the world, it's a whole different story. Stick around as we break down the things that Filipinos think are normal, but actually aren't. You won't believe what's on this list. 1. Extreme Filipino hospitality. If you've ever visited the Philippines, you probably noticed something right away. Filipinos will welcome you like family, even if they've just met you. In many countries, people keep to themselves, mind their own business, and don't go out of their way for strangers. But in the Philippines, a foreigner could walk into a random neighborhood and leave with a full belly, new friends, and an invitation to a family gathering. This deep sense of hospitality is rooted in the cultural value of pakikisama, which means getting along and making sure no one feels left out. If a Filipino is eating and someone walks by, they'll often say, "Kain tayo," let's eat, even if they barely have enough food. In other places, inviting a stranger to join your meal might seem odd, but here, it's just part of life. And it's not just about food. Need directions? A Filipino won't just tell you where to go. They might actually walk with you to your destination. This level of warmth and hospitality is so natural that most Filipinos don't even realize it's rare in other parts of the world. But for visitors, it's one of the biggest culture shocks. 2. Deep family bonds. In the West, it's common for kids to move out of their parents' house as soon as they turn 18. Independence is expected, and people are encouraged to live on their own, pay their own bills, and build their own lives. But in the Philippines, many people stay with their families well into adulthood, sometimes even after getting married. To Filipinos, this is completely normal. But in some cultures, it might be seen as strange, or even a sign of laziness. The truth? It's actually about strong family values. Here, taking care of your family isn't just a duty, it's a way of life. Parents support their children for as long as they need, and in return, children take care of their parents when they grow old. This is why the idea of putting elderly parents in nursing homes is unthinkable for most Filipinos. In many Western countries, senior citizens often live alone or in retirement facilities. But in the Philippines, grandparents stay with their families, surrounded by love, respect, and care. 3. The no-tipping culture. In places like the US, tipping is a big deal. If you forget to tip your waiter, you might get a dirty look, or worse, bad service next time. In many Western countries, tipping is almost mandatory, and in some places, it's even considered rude not to leave extra cash. But in the Philippines, tipping is optional. It's appreciated, of course, but most workers don't expect it. Good service isn't something Filipinos give just for a tip, it's something they do naturally. Even in small restaurants, servers will give you a warm smile and excellent service, even if you don't leave an extra peso. Now compare that to the West, where tipping less than 15% can sometimes be seen as an insult. Filipinos see this as normal, but to outsiders, it's a refreshing and unexpected change. 4. Strangers calling you kuya and ate. If you're in the Philippines, don't be surprised if random people call you kuya, older brother, or ate, older sister. This isn't just a nickname, it's a deep cultural sign of respect and connection. Imagine walking into a shop and the cashier greets you with, "Ano pong order niyo, kuya?" "What's your order, big brother?" In many other countries, strangers don't address each other so familiarly. But in the Philippines, it's second nature. Even service workers, jeepney drivers, street vendors, and mall employees use po and opo when speaking to older people. Another small but meaningful way Filipinos show respect. For locals, this is just how things are done. But for a foreigner who's used to being just another customer or being called sir or ma'am, it's a heartwarming game changer. 5. The love for sari-sari stores. In most developed countries, if you need something from the store, you drive to a big supermarket. But in the Philippines, the sari-sari store, a small neighborhood shop, is king. Scattered across every street corner, sari-sari stores sell everything from snacks and drinks to shampoo sold in tiny sachets. Why sachets? Because not everyone buys in bulk here, many people purchase only what they need for the day. This is a completely different way of shopping compared to the West, where bulk buying is the norm. But in the Philippines, these small stores are more than just places to buy things. They're community hubs, places where people gather, share stories, and build friendships. 6. The national obsession with karaoke. In the Philippines, singing isn't just a hobby, it's a national pastime. Walk through any neighborhood and you'll hear someone belting out a power ballad, even if it's just a regular Tuesday night. Filipinos love karaoke, and it's not just for parties. Birthdays, family gatherings, and even random weekends are all excuses to grab a mic and sing your heart out. And here's the crazy part, Filipinos don't just sing, they take it seriously. Scoring a perfect 100 on a karaoke machine is an achievement worth celebrating. In many parts of the world, singing in public, especially if you're not a professional, is embarrassing. But in the Philippines, even if you can't sing, you're still expected to get up and perform. It's all about having fun, and that's what makes it special. 7. The easygoing Bahala na attitude. One of the most fascinating things about Filipinos is their ability to stay calm under pressure. There's a popular phrase here, Bahala na. It roughly translates to whatever happens, happens. While some might see this as being too laid back, it's actually a cultural mindset that helps Filipinos deal with life's uncertainties, whether it's natural disasters, financial struggles, or personal hardships. In many countries, stress is a daily part of life. People worry, overplan, and constantly stress about the future. But in the Philippines, there's a sense of trust that things will work out in the end. And surprisingly, many foreigners admire this attitude, and even start adopting it after spending time here. Final thoughts. The Philippines is full of everyday customs that Filipinos see as completely normal, but to outsiders, they're anything but ordinary. From extreme hospitality and family-first values to a deep love for karaoke and a laid-back outlook on life, these unique cultural habits make the Philippines one of the most welcoming places on earth. Which of these Filipino customs surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating content about life in the Philippines. See you in the next one.